I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm at the Forkland Community Center for the 44th annual Forkland Festival, right?
That's right, 44.
And I'm here with Shirley Shepperson, who was chair of this festival for 25 years, did you say?
The first 25 years.
First 25 years. Wow, so you got this whole kick started, right?
Well, kind of, with a lot of others.
Now tell us a little about the Forkland Festival. This came about because this building behind us, which was a school, closed. Is that right?
When the schools were consolidated in Boyle County, the people in the community felt like they hated to give this up, and so they made up enough money to put a bid in to the Board of Education and got the school, and so we've used it as a community center now for 44 years.
How much was it? Do you remember that you had to pay to buy it?
Paid about $12,000.
$12,000. Have you made that back yet, do you think?
Oh, many times. Many times.
Exactly. That's good.
It takes a lot to keep it up.
Yes, absolutely.
So we do different events to keep it up.
Right. And the Forkland Festival is one of the events that you've been doing all these 44 years.
Right. And we have other things too, but this is our biggest event we have during the year.
Now, the Forkland Festival each year is held on a Friday and Saturday, right? Because for many years you had school kids come out, right?
Oh, yes. But now it's always the second weekend, and so we didn't change our date after the schools everywhere changed their date. Their fall break falls this weekend. So about 3 weeks ago, some of the young people got together and organized an educational day.
Okay.
And they brought over 800 kids in,
Wow.
and they could have they had lessons in candle making and quilt making and all the old things that they learned to do, and they loved it, and the people that did it, that put it on, loved it too.
Absolutely. Now, what's really unique too about this venue is all the people who take part are actually have a connection some way through the family to Forkland, right?
We set that up in our first ruling that's the way we would do it. We would showcase the talents of the people here rather than to allow a lot of people outsiders coming in, and so that's why it's really been called a true folk festival in Kentucky, because our local people do it.
Absolutely. Now also, you have some living history segments that you help set up, right?
Yes, we out behind our log cabin, we call it our backyard theater. And so there were 6 people that were asked to portray an ancestor. That's what we have done today, and we have our schedule set up every 30 minutes all during the day. We do a living history portrayal, and some of those people were a Mills family where the Quantrill Raiders went into the home, so that Ken Mills portrays that person. Caroline Kirkland, whose family had to come from after the Battle of Parable started, they came back to the Fork, and so someone Diane Evans is the one that's portrayed that. We've had Charlie Ellis has portrayed the great-grandson of Abraham Lincoln. He was the last direct line of Abraham Lincoln, which a lot of people do not know.
Okay.
So he tells that story and also tells about why Lincoln liked the Edgar Allan Poe poetry.
Okay.
That's a little tricky in there, so we hope people can come and see that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very interesting. Now, also inside this school here, it's kind of like a history museum of itself, right?
Yes, we have the museum that we have all the time, and it's open every Saturday afternoon all through the summer, and open anytime by appointment. And we've had lots of people. We have a big research area where they can do genealogy study, and we have a lot of Lincoln things, including a sample of Abraham Lincoln's hair.
Oh, wow. Well, that's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, as we can see, you're dressed up for the occasion, too, with the bonnet and the dress, right?
We try to dress as our ancestors would dress during the festival time, and I think people kind of enjoy that.
Absolutely. But you also have in there documentation of all the different schools and all the people who went to this school, but also military history as well.
That's right. Everybody from this community who served in the service, and also everybody that graduated from school or went to school here. We have a little story about them, and each family was asked to put a picture display of their families.
Well, that's pretty neat.
We also did a history book.
Okay.
We have over 600 family histories in our history book, that we've sold all over the United States
Fantastic.
for people tracing family history.
Absolutely. Now, why I'm here, one of the reasons too is for the bean supper that goes on Friday and Saturday night, as well as the drama. And it's a new, so people in the community actually write the drama, right? And that's been something new going on, a new one every year for the past 44 years.
Right. Jamie Hamlin, who is Doris Purdham's granddaughter, has written the drama. She has written it before, and she's missed a year or two, so she came back this year, and she's written the drama for this year, and it's about Halloween on the Fork.
Fantastic. So that'll be a lot of fun as well as the bean supper. Are you going to get a chance to have some?
Right. No, I'm going to be busy with other things.
Okay.
Then we have the young people that are serving tonight, and Jordan Hergen, which a lot of people know. Jordan is in charge of the servers tonight at the bean supper, and he's also in the play.
In the play as well. Great. So we'll get a chance to see some of that. That'll be a lot of fun.
Right. I
Absolutely.
think everybody will enjoy it.
Now, this year's theme is?
Just a day on the fork, a day you won't forget.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I've been talking with Shirley Shepperson here at the Forkland Festival. I'm here now with Montrune Lanham from Gravel Switch in Marion County, but also attended Forkland School, right?
You're right.
Okay. And your mother actually attended here too as a
she
first
did.
graduating class.
Yeah, she went to grade school in Casey County in the one-room schools, and she started high school. She rode a horse over to across the creek, and they kept the horse all week, and she boarded over there. And she went. That's the way she went to school.
Really?
Yeah,
Horseback.
and yeah, on horseback. And if it's real pretty weather, she could ride because they would come across the knobs, and it wasn't very far. But in the wintertime, she would stay with the Ellis family and board with them. And that's how she got her education.
Wow, that's amazing. And she was the first graduating class here.
Of the first graduating class, there was 9 of them.
Okay,
That graduated.
Wow.
And we never had large graduating classes here, but we.
Now, it was a high school, right? So it was all 4 years.
All 4 years of high school.
How many were in your class?
7.
7 in your graduating class?
And just one of us have died. All the rest of us are living.
That's fantastic.
It is.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, so you started out going to school here. You were telling us some of the different classrooms, what they all were.
This was the first grade class.
Okay.
And we had a Miss Knapp that was a teacher. She was very, very strict. The teachers here were very strict on the kids. We didn't get by with anything till you got in high school. And then we had 2 or 3 teachers who was very lenient with us. One lady, Mrs. Ellis, and you can get goodbye with a lot of things from her. But mostly in high school, we had men teachers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. The principal taught 3 classes. Then we had an English teacher, a mathematics teacher, and then the others just kind of switched in and did. It was very easy.
That's cool. Now, also, you have a connection because your kids gave you a surprise here one year, right?
Oh, yes, we had our 40th anniversary here, and it was a surprise the day after we sold our dairy.
Oh, really?
So it was not an easy time, but yes, we enjoyed it.
And you had it in the gym here, correct?
Yes, it poured down the rain, so they had to go into the gym.
Now, you were saying that you and your mom actually have been doing, started with the first festival that you did stuff here. Right?
Yes, my mom did aprons and bonnets, and I did soft sculpture. And we started here on the first festival, and it was very little. We just had a little setup out in front, and then the next year she insisted that we make a booth. As we had to have wooden booths at that time. Mm-hmm. And Jean and my brother, they would quarrel every year when they had to come and put up the booth. We did that till Mother, she never did quit till she died. But we came into the basement with our crafts. When I had Heart of the Kentucky Craft Show,
right.
Why, I brought my crafts there. When it closed, I kept doing crafts for to 2008. And then I quit, and they said, oh, we need somebody for silent auction. I've been here ever since.
Yep, and that's what we're doing here now. This had an auction room here, and you can see behind us the big thing this year is this quilt.
Quilt, it's blocks from the 50 states. Every quilt, every block is different. Every block has the state name embroidered on it, and it's all hand stitched and hand quilted. So it's fabulous.
Yeah.
It is a king size quilt, and it has as you can see, U.S. in the center.
Yes.
So we're very proud of it. Now we have had some really, really nice quilts. I won't say this is the best. I did get $2,000 for a quilt one time.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
So I think they put me in here just because I talk a lot.
And it all goes back to the community center here at the Forkland Community Center, all the silent auction items.
Everything is donated, other than the quilt. We do have to pay the lady to do the quilt. But after that, it's all donated. It's all, and it's 100% going back to the community center.
Fantastic. Okay, I'm talking with Montrud Lanham, who is a graduate of the Forkland Community Center and is a volunteer here for the past 44 years that this was going on. But thank you very much for talking with me.
All right, thank you for coming.